When angry, count to 10. When very angry, count to 100. Those were the first lines of my favorite bedtime story. It was The King and the Falcon from the Children's Book of Virtues by William J. Bennett and illustrations by Michael Hay. It was supposedly based on an ancient Mongolian legend in which Genghis Khan is saved from drinking poisoned water by his loyal hunting falcon. But the king realizes that water is poison after killing the falcon in a rage. It was a weird bedtime story to tell a 5-year-old. But I was in love with the pictures, with Michael Hay illustrations. In there are all things that I'm passionate about nowadays. Horses, swords, and history in general. I don't really remember how I started to like swords. I remember I had a few toy swords when I was little, and I used to play fighting with my favorite cousin. The first one was made by my dad with an old broomstick and a shampoo bottle. At the same age, I had to spend many long hours at my dad's office, and there was not much for me to do there beyond sleeping, painting, and occasionally playing some primitive video games at my sister's computer. But he had also a small library, and the only books with pictures there were 3 big Larousse dictionaries. To this day, I still do not understand why those dictionaries are so detailed in some weird topics, in which most people seem not to care about. But luckily for me, some of those topics were swords, armor, heraldry, history, horses, etc. And I had the opportunity to nourish my mind with those pictures. Perhaps the weirdest memory of swords and me was when I was 5, and my mom wanted to dress me as an Arab prince for a costume party. I actually looked more like Indo-Persian than Arab, but okay. And the thing was that I made a huff because none of the swords I had at home matched the costume, so I needed a new one. That was very important. For many years, swords were not part of my life. Nonetheless, I spent long times reading and fantasizing about. My love for swords came back when I discovered the internet, when I was 11. Some people would say that the internet had already been discovered at that time, but that's not the point. I started to look at swords in the internet, thinking about making a collection for lots of hours, to the point that some people in my family started to worry about it. But this is where I am. I fence, I like swords, I have happy moments about it, I have sad moments about it, but I can come with an excuse and an argument to favor that. I just like them.
Mierda.